Hi, and welcome to English 104. My name is Christina Struyk-Bonn, and I will be your instructor for this class. I know we had a few bumps along the way as we were getting started last week. Some of you were able to see the class, and some of you weren't. Hopefully everyone can see it at this point. If not, let me know. Or if it disappears. We've had that happen as well, that it disappeared on a student, and I think that has to do with dates. So we can try to fix that on our end. But if suddenly you can't see the class, please email me and let me know. So I just wanted to talk about a few navigational things that have come up, and I know most of you have probably figured out how to get through them at this point. But if you are still having troubles, then I want to talk about how to do this. So here is the class. The best way to approach the class is to look in modules. So this is what you see on your home page. I am going to be posting announcements every now and then, so you may see something pop up here. But I don't use this a lot. Usually I just email you guys. Grades, this means I have updated grades, and yeah, at this point you should be caught up. So take a look at that. If you haven't turned something in, please get that in as soon as possible. I don't count anything late for the first couple of weeks just because I know it can be a bumpy start. But by week 3, you should be caught up, and I will start marking things late if they are a week or more behind. The best place to go for this class to see everything is modules. So before we go there, just take a quick look at the home page. This is my email address, best way to contact me. This is my cell phone for work, and yes, I will respond to texts probably more quickly than voicemail, just because it may take me a little bit to be able to listen to the message and get back to you. So if you send me a text, I can usually respond more quickly, or an email. Emails, I will respond that day. It may take me a little while. Like if you send me an email early in the morning, I may not get to it until later in the day. Same thing with weekends. If you send me an email on the weekend, it may take me a little bit to get to it. But again, text, I usually check those pretty regularly. Okay, so if you go into modules, this is where you will see the course. All of your assignments and all of the lectures are located here. The best thing to do is just start at the beginning and then arrow through. You did have an assignment here in this first introductory week, but this is really where you're starting, is week 1. And if you click on the first thing in that module, right, it takes you right here to some information. On the bottom, you'll get next. And if you hit next, you will arrow through all of the information. Now, I know a lot of you have already turned these things in, but again, if you are stuck or not sure how to navigate the class, the best thing to do is to start at the beginning in modules and then arrow through next. Okay, discussion boards. I've noticed that you guys are doing a great job with these. You're posting. Please remember that you do need to respond to 2 other students. Now, sometimes I may have forgotten to write that. See, it says here, reply to at least 2 other students each week. Please remember to do that. There will be times that I may have not written that within the discussion board assignment, but the expectation is still there. And you will get marked down. Usually if you get a 7 out of 10, it's because you haven't responded to 2 other people. And I know this is sort of a new form of discussion, but I think you will get used to it, and I think you'll find that people make pretty thoughtful comments on these discussion boards, and it's because you have a little bit more time to consider what you want to say. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you are the Google Docs. So I'm going to arrow down to the bottom and hit next. We've been having just a few bumps along the way for Google Docs, and I want to show you a minute how I want you to tackle these. So if you click on the story of an hour, so this is the story itself, and I actually want to look at something else. So I'm going to close that out. One of the assignments that you're going to have is this, the fairy tale comparison chart. And if you look on the bottom, it says fairy tale comparison chart. So if you click on that, it will open up a Google Doc for you. I had lots of people request to be able to edit the Google Doc, and if I give you editing rights, then you can type right on this document and then everyone else can see your answers. So I don't actually give you editing rights. What I do want you to do is go under File and make a copy. As soon as you make a copy, it is yours, and then you can do, you can write right on it. You can do what you need to. So I'm going to do this a minute. I'll say Struyk-Bonn, that this is my, document, and it will open up a new copy. This is where you can type right on it, right? Yeah, here's my answer. Remember, though, that when you turn it in, you do have to click on Share. And at this time, it's only private to me. So if you turn it in without changing your settings, I still can't see it, right? So a few of you have done that, and I've responded with a please share your document. If you go into advanced, this is probably the best way to tackle this. I would change this and maybe say anyone with the link. But here you see it is still can view. And that's a problem too, because if I want to make comments on the document, I can't. I can only see it. So if you change that to can edit, then I can make comments right on the document. So now anyone who has the link can edit, and then you can copy the link, right? I mean, it was highlighted. So then I just do Command C to copy the link, and done. And then you can turn it into the class. All right, lots of you have been doing this correctly. A few people are still encountering some difficulties with that. So yeah, that is the best way to tackle the assignment, to make a copy and turn it in that way. I think those are the main sort of bumps along the way that I've noticed so far. You will have 3 or 4 assignments a week in this class to turn in. Please check every day. I know doing an online class can sometimes be frustrating because you forget, right? You forget, oh yeah, I gotta log into that class. The best thing to do is to just check it every day. If you post to the discussion board first, and I have had people do that, right? And then there's no one to respond to, make sure you go back and respond to 2 other posts. I will mark you down if you don't respond, but I will not count it late or take points off if you do it later. Just as long as you do it within the week. Okay, so just go back and check and you're going to be fine. If you have other questions, please do email me, struyk@mewebacademy.org, or send me a text, 971-413-5733, and I will respond. I love this class. I love reading and writing, so I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, I will see you soon.